Hey, I'm Nick Reed, Fire Cold Plunge. Congratulations on your new unit. If you're watching this video, then it's about to arrive or is likely just arrived. It probably looks just like this. This is a 14 cubic foot Fire Cold Plunge. So once it gets here, I'm going to walk you through a little bit about the setup, what to do. Is it plug and play? Yes. Are there a couple of other things that you should be aware of? Of course. So I'll walk you through step by step what you should do when it first arrives, and so that you can get ready to start getting super, super cold. All right, so the first thing is, when this thing is full of water, it's going to be maybe 500 pounds. So it's going to be completely immovable. So you want to make sure that it's in a good spot, that it's going to rest and stay. You also want to make sure that you've got at least 6 inches between the back and the wall, so that you have room for the lid to come back so it won't catch or hit on anything. Okay? Also, you want to wait 3 hours after it has arrived, after transport, before you're able to turn it on. And that is because the compressor needs to settle. Okay? But in the meantime, while you're waiting, you can go ahead and fill it up with water. So, how much water do you want to put into the tank? You want to put about 2/3, okay? Why is that? Because once you get into it, your body is going to displace the water. The water is going to rise. So you want to start with about 2/3, jump in it, see how much water your body displaces and where the water level rises to. And then you can add or subtract from there to get comfortable. Okay? The pump should always be submerged when it's running. So make sure that it's filled up before you plug it in. Okay? Our units should always, all cold plunges, should be always plugged into a GFCI self-testing outlet. Those are the outlets that have a little reset button on them or labeled GFCI. This is an example of a GFCI outlet with a reset button. This is an example of an outlet that's labeled GFCI but does not have a reset button. So there's a label. That means it's on a GFCI circuit. Once you plug it in, the first thing you should notice is the water will start flowing out of the pump. Okay? You can feel that water coming out of the jet that's circulating at about 300 to 400 gallons per hour. Powerful circulation. The ozone is integrated with the pump. The pump pulls the ozone into the water and sanitizes and cleans also with an 8-layer cotton carbon filter. Over here on the side, what you have is all of the parts, the rest of the parts, and plugs are sealed up in a watertight electrical junction box. Everything is easily replaceable if it needs to be replaced. But the next thing you can do, you can come over here and open it up and set the ozone on a timer if you'd like. So the way it's going to come is it will be set to run in the night. Okay, it's going to run maybe around 10 p.m. to about 4 a.m. So then all you have to do is come in here and set the time of day. And you'll do that by turning your dial. Dark is PM, light is AM. So for example, if it is 11 a.m., it's going to look like that. If it's 12 p.m., you're going to start to get into the dark there, okay? And the way this works is it's going to flip a switch as it rotates. So when it turns 9 p.m., the ozone's going to turn on and clean. Okay? You'll hear a very small, faint, higher-pitched noise, and that's how you know that this is on. And also, this is going to create photons, so you'll see it actually glowing in the dark. And that's how you can check that's working. Okay, so close that back up. Next thing you want to check is your LED lights. This is a power button for your LED lights. By pushing the power button, you should see the lights come on around the lid. That's going to give your Fire Cold Plunge the nice glow of an ice cube, okay? You can turn that off by pushing the power button twice. Next, you can set your temperature using our temperature controlling thermostat, okay? And that's going to sit and hang right here on your electrical component box. And the way that you do that is by holding the set button for 3 seconds until it beeps, moving down to your desired temperature, and then holding the set button again for another 3 seconds until it beeps. Now it's set. The way this works is it's going to cool down to your target temperature, and then it's going to turn the unit, well, at least the chiller, off. Then there's about a 2 or 3 degree range. Once it reaches the outer limits of that range, it's going to turn the chiller back on and cool back down to your target temperature. So it will maintain on a daily basis the temperature that you set down to, I wouldn't go lower than 37 degrees. Yeah, so that's a little about that. Cool, so you'll also notice here on the side, we have a lid stay, okay? And this is a hydraulic arm that's going to prevent this lid from closing, okay? Without you actually manually closing it with your hands. So these units are best to be kept outside in a well-covered area like a garage or a well-covered patio or deck that has a roof. But if it's partially covered or it's uncovered, you're going to want to get the outdoor case for it, which you can add on in your cart. But sometimes people put these in some windy places, was my point. And so you don't want that lid bonking you in the head while you're trying to do a cold plunge. Okay, so how do you maintain this and how long does it take to cool down? The first cool will take, for a 14 cubic foot, approximately 24 to 30 hours for the first cool. It's doing a lot of work to get down from, could be 80 degrees down to sub 40. So the first cool can take a while. You can speed that up by adding some ice if you want. If not, you can just wait a day. After that, it will maintain that temperature. Your body temperature will only raise the temperature of the water by 1 to 3 degrees each plunge for a 3 to 5 minute plunge. So no issues there. It's going to keep super chill and cold, fire cold, every single day. Yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, of course, we have a user manual that has all of this information detailed so you don't have to remember a thing. And of course, you have support. Happy to answer any questions. You can reach out to our team and we'll make ourselves available to help you out with whatever questions you have. All right, that's it.